Hello and welcome back to another episode of PokeArchives. In this episode we're looking at Pidgeot, the final evolution of Pidgey. So let's get started. Pidgeot is number 18 in the National and Kanto Pokedexes and is number 12 in the Johto Pokedex. It is the bird Pokemon, much like Pidgeotto, and is a normal flying type. Pidgeot, like its pre-evolutions, can have three abilities: Keen Eye, Tangled Feet and Big Pecs. Keen Eye prevents its accuracy from being reduced, and Tangled Feet increases its evasion by 20% when it is confused. Finally, Big Pecs prevents its defense from being lowered, but this is a hidden ability only available through the Dream World. You are unable to catch Pidgeot in the games, and the only way to obtain it is by evolving a Pidgeotto. Pidgeot, being fully evolved, has fairly high base stats, with very high speed and mediocre attack and health points. Carrying on the trend for EV yield, defeating a Pidgeot gives you 3 speed EVs, whereas Pidgey gave you 1 and Pidgeotto gave you 2. Breeding wise, it's in the flying group, and like Pidgeotto, takes a minimum of 5,355 steps to hatch an egg. However, this is wrong, as it will hatch into you cannot have an egg to hatch into a Pidgeot, so refer to Active Pidgey's video where you can find out the minimum steps there. As does a flying type, Pidgeot is weak to rock, electric and ice type moves, and resistant against bug and grass type moves. It is also immune to ground and ghost type moves. You can now see on screen the moves that Pidgeot can learn through leveling up. We only have a few to look at here really: Wing Attack, Roost, Tailwind, Remove, Air Slash and Hurricane, as all the others would have been learnt by Pidgey and Pidgeotto. And now you can see the moves that Pidgeot can learn through TM and HM. There are more here than Pidgeotto, as it is now a fully evolved Pokemon. It can learn stuff like Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. And the moves that Pidgeot can learn through breeding in Generation 5, the same as Pidgey and Pidgeotto obviously. It can learn stuff like Air Slash, Brave Bird, and Defog. And finally, through tutoring, these are the same as Pidgey and Pidgeotto, however it can now learn Sky Attack and Uproar, I believe. Now onto a competitive battling section for Pidgeot, as it is fully evolved. Much like Pikachu, there are very few people who can use Pidgeot successfully, because there are very few advantages it has over other normal flying types that compete for the spot on your team, for example Swellow, Bravery and even Dodrio. Pidgeot does have a slightly greater bulk than its colleagues, apart from Bravery of course, but its lower speed, awful abilities and its inferior offensive stats make Pidgey really outclassed at this point. But we're still going to give it a nice little setup here. We're going to have a Choice Band setup, item being a Choice Band obviously, ability Tangled Feet in case we get confused, nature being Jolly or Adamant. Moveset you want Brave Bird, Return, U-Turn and Pursuit or Quick Attack. EVs you want to give 252 in attack, 4 in defense and 252 in speed, just so you can hit hard and hit fast. Now obviously it's fairly good here. Brave Bird obviously because of the high hitting attack, so you want to jump in and hit them, and Pursuit just because, well, in case you need to hit a Pokemon, really, and U-Turn if you want to get out of there when they're sending in something to deal with you. So all in all, it's not a great setup. I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can if you just want a bit of fun, really. Looking at Pidgeot's evolution line, Pidgey will evolve into a Pidgeotto starting at level 18, and Pidgeotto will evolve into a Pidgeot starting at level 36. And finally onto some trivia here. Prior to Generation 4, Pidgeot and its evolutionary line were the only Pokemon that could learn Feather Dance through leveling up. Pidgeot also originally had an extra T in its name, but it was dropped. Pidgeot is depicted with red and yellow tail feathers in its official Generation 1 artwork, as opposed to only the red from its official Generation 3 artwork. This discrepancy is expressed in several different sprites from in-game. Game freaks can't seem to make their mind up. When rebattling gym leaders in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, both Falkner and Blue have a Pidgeot as their highest level Pokemon. And coincidentally, Falkner is the first gym leader, while Blue is the last. Pidgeot is the only Pokemon with a base stat of 469, which is similar to Pidgey and Pidgeotto, who also have similar, well not similar, but only their original? No, they are unique base stats, sorry. And in Pokemon Metal Taz, Pidgeot is mistakenly named Pidgeotto, and the name of its pre-evolution. So that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it very much, and I will be seeing you next time where we'll be looking at Rattata, which is, a very interesting Pokemon. Hint at the sarcasm. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you remember to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.